Welcome back to the English with Hani. In this session, we want to teach you the community language learning.
Preview.
سلام بچه‌ها، خیلی خوش اومد به یه پارت دیگه از دوره‌های TTC مون. تو این پارت می‌خوایم community language learning و یه متدی از کتاب لارسن فریمن رو با هم دیگه کار کنیم. تو پارت قبلی اگه ندید ببینید حتما. این پارت دوم از فیلم‌های TTC ماست. تو پارت قبلی فکر کنم پلنز لسنینگ از کتاب جریم هاربر با هم دیگه کار کردیم، ولی تو این پارت می‌خوایم CLL مفید رو خلاصه همون community language learning با هم دیگه کار کنیم. مثل پارت قبل این دوره TTC مون بیشتر برای کسایی که میخوان تدریس رو شروع کنن، معلمان، ولی خب اگر هم دانش آموزای زبان بقیه‌شون ببینن هیچ ایرادی نداره. ما دو تا کتاب تو این پارت های TTC کار میکنه، کتاب لارسن فریمن و این کتاب جریم هاربر. پس همونطوری که قبلا گفتم تو این بخش من بیشتر سعی میکنم که انگلیسی صحبت کنم تا فارسی، ولی خب بعضی از بخش های درسم سعی میکنم که کمکتون کنم و به فارسی صحبت کنم. Okay, so first of all, we should know the community language learning. It's called CLL. This method was developed or invented by Charles A. Curran, and is also known for its famous work counseling learning theory. Like other methods of the Larsen Freeman books, these have some principles. The first principles of this method is the lessons should presented in the native based on native language. It's the first principles of the community language learning. The second principle of this method is the student can ask any questions from the teacher based on the native language. Thus, teachers must answer any questions based on the target language. At least, but the most important principles of this part is the mistakes, problem, and stuff like this will correct by repeating. These are some principles, three principles of the CLL method. And after that, we're gonna go into the next part, the encourage cooperation part. The advanced students serve as, I think, counselors to the beginners. It's the first part to encourage to the cooperation. The second part is the textbook is not necessarily considered as a very huge component to the students. These are some features of encouraging to cooperation. The next part is aspects. We have aspects in this method. The aspect, there are some, I can say, some very great psychological and I can say there are some ideas can give the very successful learning, and they call S, A, R, and D. Okay, we're gonna distinguish the different parts of words of these words. For example, first of all, S. S stands of security. The student should feel secure and some confident to learning. The next part is A. A stands of attention and aggression. The student can experience the feel of self-arrestation and aggression when they are ready. The next part is R. R is a stand of retention and reflection. Internalization by retention at a deep level, and after that, when the students cooperate in the class activities and doing some reflection after the retention. The last part is D. Denotes discrimination. Sorting out the differences among target language forms such as human computer. And the last part is the CLL combines the very innovative, very new task, drilling and stuff like this with the normal forms, with the conventional forms. For example, the first part is translation. In translation, teacher should answer a question and translate the word and that the student asking the teacher and force the student to repeat the meaning of the word, and just this, it's the meaning of translation in this method. The next part is group work. The students should relation with each other and having some group works with each other and create some communicative relationship with each other. This name is the group work of this method. The next part is recording. The students should record the conversation according to the target language. This means the recording part. The fourth part is transcription. Students should transcribe the conversation according to the target language and that they have recorded. The next part is analysis. Students should analyze the transcription of the conversation that they have recorded and they obey to use it. Number 6, listening. Students should listen to this teacher and they involve elements that they might have elicited. And the last part is free conversation, free discussion. Now the students can having a free discussion with the teacher or their classmate or something like this. But this method has some advantages and disadvantages, the affirmative and negative form, different negative points of this method. For example, in this method, it's a great method for communication or something like this, but I think it has some negative points. For example, in this method is specifically good for very basic student or something like this. But if you have some roles in this method, for example, and the teacher should like being parents or the students should be communicate with each other, or I think they should obey, they should listen to all of their drills about the teacher or something like this. Okay, this CLL method is going to finish. خب بچه‌ها اینم از پارت دوم از کتاب لارسن فریمن که تموم شد. متد CLL رو با هم دیگه تمرین کردیم. تو کامنت ها حتما یادآوری کنید که کدوم متد ها کدوم بخشی از این دو تا کتاب، یعنی کتاب لارسن فریمن و جرمی هارمر رو نیاز دارید بیشتر کار کنید. حتما تو کامنت ها بگید که دیگه با هم دیگه حتما روش فوکس کنیم و کار کنیم. اون زنگوله کنار ویدیو هم یادتون نره بزنید که اگه پارت بعدی گذاشتم با خبر شید. اگه از این ویدیو خوشتون اومد یادتون نره که حتما این ویدیو رو لایک کنید، به دوستاتون معرفی کنید. تا پارت‌های بعدی. See you soon with English with Hani.